Hey guys, it's RK, self poet, a domestic violence advocate, mental health advocate. I write of introspection of my own mental health and what I see in the world happening. Hey, what's your life story? Yeah, I'm pretty nosy, so I like to know about people's life. I like to get deep, so I'll probably keep it that because I do want to give the person a chance to just pour out themselves and what I should be expecting coming into dating that person, you know? So, yeah, what's your life story?
Just getting right under there as
Yeah.
deep as you can from the beginning. That's how I am too. That's my the poem is the way that it is.
If it ain't open, we ain't open. You know what I mean? So, can I tell you what I usually do? So, I usually just tell them about my journey, my childhood. I'm open about the fact that I have depression. I'm open about the fact that I've experienced domestic violence since I was like at least 4 years old. I'm emotional. I'm a crier. I'm a crier.
It's the same thing. You're in a
And
safe space here.
and it didn't stop until the age of 23. I'm 26 now. So I'm open. I'm open about my domestic violence relationships that I've had. Open about my depression. It just goes on. I'm very, very open. And the reason why I'm open is because I want that person to know exactly who I am and what they're getting themselves into. And if they're going to love me, they're going to love me entirely for me. You know? And it's more of like, hey, this is my baggage. I own up to my shit. It's my shit. I love me. You love me? All right, let's go. That's what it is, yeah. Can I be honest with you? I'm more of the talker. I blab off a lot, so it's more of me having to give the chance to the other person to then express themselves because I'm always so ready. You know, I'm a writer. I love to talk. I love to write. So sometimes it'll be 2 hours of me just, and then I have to be like, oh shit, you exist. My bad. It's not all about me. You know what I mean? Then I go through that cringe phase because I just did that. So usually it's me just giving the person all of the information about me, which is not always safe. I do want to say that. But yeah, I have to basically like let people ask me questions because I'm working on that, you know?
You just let it.
Yeah, usually by the time that you're about to ask questions, you kind of already know why something bothered me, why I'm very introspective. So like if there's an issue, let's say per se, I'm going to tell you what bothered me, the stuff around it. You're probably gonna know back history because of the, you know, me telling my life story, you know? So yeah. So
Yeah, no.
yeah,
But
mental health is not something, especially like where I come from, like you're viewed as crazy or like you're viewed as like something being wrong with you. I'm Dominican. So yeah, so you're viewed like, you know, I remember the first time requesting therapy, tú estás loca. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, I just want somebody to talk to about certain things that I can't really figure out or I want to wish to let go, but it's honestly a burden in my mind, and you know, so yeah. So it's not really something that people like to talk about anyways. Me and my mom were open about it because she has her own diagnoses. So we're open about how we're feeling. We call each other to cry. We call each other to, man, you know, this is our issue. This is what's happening. And we bounce back ideas and advice towards each other, you know? It's dimmed my light. has definitely shut me out from the world. I'm very vibrant. And even when I'm teaching like the kids, I'm like myself. I'm like, hey, I'm quirky. And usually they're like, damn, what the hell? But they love that environment. They love when I'm like that, you know? And I know that that's like me. But when there's so much things on your mind and stuff, and like, I'm not only worried about my mental health, I'm worried about how it's affecting other people around me, right? So, yeah. So, it definitely didn't make me feel safe to want to talk to those people about it, in which that's why I resorted to poetry. However, I'm a little bit rebellious, so sometimes I did land myself wanting to just talk about how I was feeling, because it would land me into some trouble outside of the home, right? Because I didn't have no positive coping mechanisms, right? But I feel like my culture just didn't make me feel comfortable, but I just feel like it's more of like a knowledge, or how do I say it, like perception, right? How we're viewing it and stuff, because sometimes somebody could view something as a certain way and it's really just not what it is, right? Like, because they see me every day, but they don't realize that I'm actually struggling with depression, but they see I go to work, I do what I gotta do, you know what I mean? I'm there, I smile when I have to smile, you know, or whatever, but they don't realize that as soon as that, everybody goes to bed, you know? So my culture affected a lot, but I do feel like it's more of a lack of knowledge, right? I didn't have any positive coping mechanisms at all whatsoever. It's more I learned it as I went through experience, right? Because I never had a good habit of treating my body good, you know, especially when you feel like shit. And I've dealt with homelessness, I've dealt with DV, it's just everything. So it's like, I didn't really have, it's like I've taken accountability for myself. It's more been of that and looking for things that can help me do better. But, and then I go back and I share that information, you know? So, I didn't finish school in Harlem, so I had to go to Jersey. And I was a senior in Jersey while everybody knew each other, and I was going to this class that teaches you, like, you know, it just basically preps you for an exam that you have to take in Jersey, basically like Regents, but over there, right? And the teacher happened to be a photography teacher. He was an old man, Mr. Mecca, shout out to you. But I remember I did a persuasive essay, and he came back and he was like, this is really good, like really, really good. Have you ever thought about spoken word? In which he introduced me to Jackie Hill, and he introduced me to another poet by Tay, but she did a domestic violence poem comparing it to artists, and you know, I was 18, 17 around there. Once he introduced me that, I think I wrote the first piece, never left. That first packet that I showed him at the end of that year, that first packet, that's what I ended up publishing. And that is what is now Shattered Beauty and the Lost. Mm-hmm. Aside from poetry, definitely painting, definitely drawing. That has been like my backup for when I don't have anything to say. Because I've been in a phase in my life where I no longer want to be like, these are the experience of a person and this is the experience of me, you know, because sometimes people don't want to like remove me from the work, right? Like with my second book, I'm working on just creating stories based on certain scenarios, certain emotions. I'm not making this about me. I'm not making this about anyone. You know, I kind of just like want to detach. So I've been doing that with my painting, where I want to be able to speak different languages in art, you know? And I want to be able to connect to different people in art, right? So earrings, I've been making earrings, rings, digital art. We're starting a little mini mural at the center, you know. So it's little tiny things like that allow me. Oh, and exploring. Yes, exploring, research, validate your art, guys. Yep. Yep, because listen, I write about mental health a lot, and when I go look at those stats, it's real. Go look it up. You see it every day on the trains. Those people were regular people. They were once born whole, once born normal. Yeah. So we all have to look at it that way instead of looking at it like, oh, that just person is just crazy. What made them that way? Allow me to escape. I escape with my art a lot. I like picked up painting. But poetry has been my thing since I was like 18, writing since I was like 12. So yeah, just allow me to like escape. Don't judge me, you know, because my depression isn't like let's say not doing anything. It's more of like I'm too overproductive, right? I'm always doing something. And if on my free time, if I have free time, I'm probably going to be editing that book, and I'm probably going to be working on them drawings, and I'm probably going to be, there's always a list of things, you know, and I don't ever allow myself to like free my mind. So just allow me to escape for just that second. And once I come back, talk to me about positive coping mechanisms. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm always willing to hear how to deal with something better. It's not like I'm just want to be stuck in my way, you know, like throughout my current relationship, I'm learning how to watch movies, you know, finished all 9 of the Star Wars series, well, the movies. Yeah, so that was like amazing to be able to like sit and watch and just relax, because I didn't grow up in a household where I could chill and watch TV and just, like, you was a bum if you're not getting up and doing what you have to do, and you know what I mean? So I don't give myself that grace to stop. Like, I'll give myself 15 minutes to watch something before bed, and I'm going to bed and starting it all over again, you know? So, yeah. I would say a nice restaurant, no loud music, somewhere where you could just chill, have some nice food, and actually just blab off, talk, probably have some drinks. Just chill. Just get to know each other, you know, which is what we do now, currently, you know. Yeah, we blab off to each other a lot, so it's any good date is where you can talk. Yeah, and talk about each other's feelings. I like talking about feelings. Feelings is important. And I think that a lot of people just let feelings go by, and I don't think that people should. So any date that we could talk about us. But anyways, my favorite color is purple.